It's in the game.
There's no damn way I wasn't holding down the fort tonight.
All right, he is one of the best middleweights in the world and a man who has a great chance to bring a world title to South Africa. The middleweight contender, Dricus du Plessis. He's got power, he's got a lot of physical tools, underrated on the ground, and really he's been underrated every step of his UFC career. You had to look far and wide to find anyone that gave him a modicum of a chance going into that Robert Whittaker fight at UFC 290, and he absolutely bludgeoned the former champion. At that point in time, there was nothing left to do with the South African du Plessis but to find him a title fight, and now we see just how world-class Dricus du Plessis really is. Dricus du Plessis enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. All right, so the path to UFC middleweight gold and glory continues to go through this man. And without speaking hyperbolically, I do believe this man looks like he could reign for some time.
You know, when you think about middleweight, you think about some great champions, Anderson Silva and Israel Adesanya. This man can be viewed in the same regard because he has ruled the top of the division for a really long time. He's ruled it with an iron fist. He is just so good in this role. He is everything you want in the UFC champion.
And he's fighting in his natural weight class. A lot of people wondered aloud if maybe he could become a 2-division champion, go down to 70. He don't want to hear that noise. He's looking to pluck off another middleweight title challenger in yet another big spot here tonight. All right, both fighters have entered the octagon, and this massive, massive fight is nearly upon us, ready to go from Anaheim at the Honda Center with one of the biggest fights of the year. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for the introductions, we go to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Dracus Still Not Duplessis. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Heiner.
One of the best in the business, Mark Cotter, the referee. All right, undisputed title defense for him here tonight. Perhaps a BMF title fight in the future, but first things first.
Could you imagine that, John?
Huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Big right hand. So, champ, we managed to get a word in with Coach Thompson during the lead up to this fight. Obviously, a lot of positive things to say about the fighter, but everybody's talking about this plush.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. It's great to see the change, but it means something a little bit that those guys made it through the crunch, how dirty the gym was, and just still able to become who they were. Granted, we love the upgrades, but I hope they can keep the spirit of what Believe MMA was, and that's that grungy, dirty type of fighter and style.
Duplessis' eye looks to be cut open from one of those strikes.
It's never good to get cut, but right now it's a small one. You don't have to worry about it, but you got to protect it.
Both men going for the finish. Man, we're just getting going. They're fighting like they're double parked outside.
I mean, what is going on? I've never seen two guys get after it this fast in a real long time.
Well, Duplessis mixing up the weaponry, able to land the cross there. Well, this is not football. Oh, there it is. The story remains the same, and still, Chris Lil Mac Carter remains the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
To watch a man come from where this guy started and become the world champion, but not only become the world champion, to remain the world champion is truly inspiring. What a performance by the champ.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 24 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Heiner.
All right, we got to bounce on out of here. We're going to decompress deep into the night, but given what we saw tonight, foundation has been laid for the BMF title.
Yeah, it's BMF or bust. It's go get that belt. Go fight for another championship and try to become a legend.
All right, so here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. He made himself undeniable, and tonight he gets a title shot. We shall see what he can do with it.
Yeah, he made himself undeniable. You know, nothing is ever guaranteed. Sometimes you gotta do more. He just kept his head down. He kept working. Whoever they put in front of him, he beat them. And ultimately, he finds himself on the verge of a championship. The preparation has been thorough. The preparation has been very intense. And he feels like they have done everything necessary to become the champ tonight.
Now, most people would argue right now the UFC's 185-pound division has never been stronger, and a lot of people believe that this man is going to alter history by wresting the title away tonight. We shall see. So the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best. From the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. For this middleweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kyle the Natural Bahia. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Chris Harder.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, here we go. The outset of round 1. More often than not in MMA, you eventually meet your match tonight. He's trying to extend his winning streak and set the record for most consecutive. Shot gets through early. Must have been a good warm-up in the back.
I mean, he walked right into that one, John. It's a huge test, especially when it's this early in the fight. He keeps trying to punch with him when he should be grabbing him.
All right, so he has landed a lot of big shots here early. Hasn't gotten him out of there as yet.
No, he hasn't gotten him out of there because the guy's very tough. But these opportunities, you have to take advantage of them. The next time he gets him hurt, he's got to put him out.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go, start of round 1, and potentially some UFC history on the line. He is trying to secure the record for the longest winning streak in promotional history.
John, and that's one of those records that you kind of thought was untouchable. Guys that win that many times to start a UFC career. But right now, we find ourselves on the verge of someone flirting with breaking the record.
Well, even if you're a novice as an MMA fan, you felt like takedown defense was going to be the key to this fight, and we'll see if his holds up.
John, he better keep getting his legs back, because for as good of a striker he is, he's equally as bad of a wrestler, and he does not want to end up on his back. So he's got to sprawl to take those legs back.
He's not going to like hearing you say that. Carter's eye now a factor in this fight. Looks as though it has been cut open.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh my goodness, I can barely get my notes together. A huge early connection there.
It's about the punch, but it's also about the setup. That was a beautiful setup that allowed him to land that strike.
Well, you got to be careful standing and trading with this guy. Big warning signs early on, but he has managed to recover when he gets rocked.
Yeah, he managed to recover, but he is at a severe disadvantage in the striking. He has got to find a way to stay safe when he's on his feet.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. He's on wobbly legs. Might be time for some desperation wrestling, champ.
Yeah, he's hurt very bad. He might need a level change to try to get a takedown.
Big knee to the body.
This dude is hurt, and he's still firing back.
Bohalio trying to work his way into striking range out of that patented southpaw stance.
Yeah, Bohalio has big power. Generally likes to go forward and constantly is moving.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Setting up an arm lock now. Oh, that looks wicked tight.
It's getting tight now. He's advancing.
Oh, gives up on the submission now, so preferring to maybe get to a dominant position instead. There it is, was only a matter of time. That ground strike has cut him open.
He's got to be careful here.
2 minutes. Moving his head on the ground here, avoiding a lot of these big shots. Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal.
Swelling is forming after that ground and pound strike lands.
Working from the top here. Pretty good ground and pound here by Bohalio. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
Oh, he's got to be careful, yep.
Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done.
By late round. Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, here we go. Big things in this arena here tonight. He has already successfully defended the title 5 times. Super fight could beckon next.
John, I never thought I would be looking for someone to go up, but I think that if anyone deserves an opportunity to get a super fight, it's this guy. He has dominated.
Centered by him there. Beautiful connection early on.
The way that he was able to walk his opponent into that shot was amazing, especially this early in the fight. Oh, he dropped it.
Well, on paper, where fights are not contested, he is at a huge disadvantage in the wrestling department, but the fighter meeting, he was all confident that he'd be able to stop the shots.
And if he is to do that, he's got to stay locked in. Because if he slips up once, John, he'll end up flat on his back. And every time he's flat on his back, he's losing. He's not as good there. He's got to stay up.
Oh! Both fighters land simultaneously.
He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is down.
Well, that's what it is right there. He was flowing, and then you need a strike like that to get him off his game.
But that's exactly why we love MMA. Anything can happen at any moment, and you just saw it on full display there.
I mean, right away, no feeling out process. These boys just went and started fighting.
A lot of different ways for Bohalio to beat you. Looks like he wants to strike here tonight.
And when he's striking, John, he's very active on his feet, moves well, and is constantly feinting and trying to draw out your reactions to know what approach he wants to take.
Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike.
It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on.
Right now they separate. Carter's uppercut to the head. That one, though, blocked by the defense. Well, he's been rendered defensive. Beautiful body shot, taking advantage of that over the defense.
You gotta protect the midsection, man. Those body shots can end your night.
Just a relentless effort out of this fighter here tonight. The ref had no choice but to step in, and that is how you leave the judges out of it. All right, we'll re-rack the replay here. Clearly, he was ready to invest in the body, and that was the beginning of the end.
Well, you knew the game plan. This guy's a phenomenal striker. He did not want to headhunt. He knew he could wear his opponent down if he hit him with enough shots to the body. He did that early, he did it often, and eventually one of them led to him getting a body shot finish.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 9 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by...
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, let's see how it plays out tonight. Public perception seems to be one more title defense is going to set him up for that super fight.
That's what they all want, right? All fighters want the opportunity to do something special, something that makes them legendary. All these defenses, while legendary, isn't winning a super fight.
Well, even if you're a novice as an MMA fan, you felt like takedown defense was going to be the key to this fight. And we'll see if this holds up.
John, he better keep getting his legs back, because for as good of a striker he is, he's equally as bad of a wrestler, and he does not want to end up on his back. So he's got to sprawl and take those legs back.
He's not going to like hearing you say that. Carter's eye looks to have been cut open here. Yes, it has.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
You see some of that fighting nerd style under Pablo Sucupira. Nice bounce in the step of Caio Bohalio.
Yeah, really nice stand.
Oh, he hurt him already.
Oh, seated here up against the fence.
Well, there's some urgency here. He's got to wrestle the single leg, do something.
His right eye's closing up. takedown defense on point. Well, he's connected with a lot of big shots here early, but he has failed to close the show. Could come back to bite him.
Well, he hurt him bad. He hurt him very, very bad, very early in the fight. At this point, he's got to be thinking to himself, what do I have to do? He's got to go land another one, and the next time, he can't let him off the hook.
Well, we know how quickly this sport moves, but we got to acknowledge that big right hand a moment ago. And now some separation. Ohio gets caught with a kick there. All right.
Ready.
All right, so another title defense beckons here tonight. He has already successfully defended this belt 5 times. We'll see what the future holds if he can make it 6.
It's one of the greatest reigns that we have seen in modern UFC history. But if he wants to truly become a legend, he needs to win the night, get a super fight, and win that. Now we start talking about him in the GOAT conversation.
Well, Masvidal against Ben Askren, it was not, but a beautiful knee there right up the gut, and at the very least, something now for this wrestler to think about as he tries to get inside and get the fight to the floor.
That is the most famous time that we have seen that guy throw that type of knee in Jorge Masvidal. But if you are a guy that wants to stay upright, you keep throwing knees like that. It will deter that wrestler from the level change. Wrestlers panic at times, they put their head down. Sometimes you can land that knee to the body, but look for it to go up to the head here to try to end the fight.
Early round action here, and we're going to try to elevate this fight with our commentary, but most of the fighter meeting, we were talking about this rivalry poker night.
It's so different than anything you expect, right? So when I was talking to him afterwards, he told me they cleaned up. They won the entire event. I don't believe him either, John. Don't shoot the messenger. I just don't believe this guy.
Lies detected.
The fighters separate. Oh, nice kick.
Overthinking out of him tonight. He is a thinking man's fighter, but he is fighting on instinct and fighting beautifully in the octagon.
Well, you can tell that he's just flowing. He's just allowing for his body to do what it's been trained to do, and that's why he looks so good.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position, and you see this fighter today loves it too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Attempting a choke now. Oh, that looks tight to me. It's locked in. Also, how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You gotta make sure you don't end up in a worse position.
Oh, he did it! So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
Well, when you're a bad dude on the level of this man, a lot of people want to see a fight for the BMF title. Tonight, though, he's defending the ultimate prize, the undisputed world title.
And it's easy to get caught up in, oh my goodness, if I win. I mean, that was beautiful. Great job setting it up, getting the... Both tough, both durable, both unwilling to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight.
Well, on paper, where fights are not contested, he is at a huge disadvantage in the wrestling department, but the fighter meeting, he was all confident that he'd be able to stop the shots.
And if he is to do that, he's got to stay locked in. Because if he slips up once, John, he'll end up flat on his back. And every time he's flat on his back, he's losing. He's not as good there. He's got to stay up. Early in the fight, John, he wanted to get a takedown. And a moment ago, he got that accomplished.
All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it. Oh, it landed. He hurt it.
All right, so 1 minute into the fight, we've got a full-on for the fans, not necessarily for the gas tank if this thing goes much longer.
Not great for the gas tank and not good for the old noggin. You can't take so many upside the head. Somebody's going to sleep.
Serious swelling in and around that left eye. It's starting to close up now. Back to the feet.
This fight is crazy.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here he is back on the proving ground after a successful title defense, but still hungry for more. Trying to level up as a champion and take his career to the next level. Stacking title defenses is the mission. Another opportunity in front of him here tonight. Well, even if you're a novice as an MMA fan, you felt like takedown defense was going to be the key to this fight, and we'll see if his holds up.
John, he better keep getting his legs back because for as good of a striker he is, he's equally as bad of a wrestler, and he does not want to end up on his back. So he's got to sprawl and take those legs back.
He's not going to like hearing you say that. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Shot lands early round one.
I mean, early in the fight, he already has him hurt. Oh my goodness, John, this could be a quick night. Oh, nice right hand.
Well, doesn't get the finish, but he rocked his opponent early, and not a lot of pundits saw that come.
Yeah, you know, he didn't want to stand in bed, but he's got to have some confidence after doing that, knowing that he's had the disadvantage in the striking.
Able to avoid the takedown attempt yet again. Oh, his right eye keeps taking damage, looking pretty swollen now. All right, so early round one action, and he's been a little bit inefficient when it comes to his striking game. He's going for broke.
Yeah, he's swinging, but he's not having much success. Got to slow down a little bit, pace himself to make sure that he can fight the whole fight.
All right, well,
Posture's up.
oh, big ground strikes now. Oh, he postures up and lands a massive elbow. Oh, that is a high high-level transition to half guard and now in a position to do a lot of damage.
Watch him sit back on the leg and lands big ground and pound.
Pretty good head movement. He's avoiding a lot of these ground strikes. Oh, big ground strikes continue to land.
Oh, no!
Fight back!
So the swelling at this point appears to be critical. UFC President Dana White to our left looks concerned. What's the referee waiting for?
Look at that pass to the back. I don't know. That was beautiful.
Ground and pound. The hammer Mark Coleman would be proud. Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Shot from the top.
Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. Just over 2 minutes to go.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Bo Halio. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Step in here and likely call on the doctor to check out that swelling around the eye. Defensively, he has had a very hard time tonight.
Well, and it's gotten worse because the moment the swelling started, his spirit tells him to keep going forward, but he's getting pieced up.
And it looks as though he is going to allow the fighter to continue. So a nice pop from the crowd as that decision is made. He's got to go for it now, though.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, so the ringside physician has made his way back to his seat. The referee gets the action back underway. The fans are excited this fight's going to continue.
Absolutely. And I'm just...
Huge connection right there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. This is such a crazy fight.
Oh, man, that cut is just...
Oh, my God. That was beautiful and tight. This man throws the strikes he throws. The energy in this place is crazy right now.
I'm freaking out.
Good.
All right, here he is, folks, making the return tonight as we get round one underway. And he's not just looking to ball. This has been a good warm-up to the back.
I mean, he walked right into that one, John. It's a huge test, especially when it's this early in the fight. This dude is hurt, but he's still fighting.
Well, on paper, where fights are not contested, he is at a huge disadvantage in the round. Continues to sway with every huge shot being landed. Back and forth we go. All right, so...
Oh, big stick up top. That's another one.
Well, Halio goes for the clinch here, and this is just a means by which to recover. He is stunned. Oh, shoots for a takedown again. Misses again.
Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Oh, well, why get away from it? Another huge kick lands. Beautiful straight punch there by Lil Mac Carter. Oh, that knee knee appeared to land, and that, at the very least, is going to give that wrestler something to think about now moving forward.
Well, wrestlers want to go forward, Jay, and they want to get into you and take you down. That knee will relieve some of that forward pressure, and then maybe he can start to get off from a distance.
Tremendous back and forth action here. It did not. Oh, and still, yes, he did it! Undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
And still is coming to become common. When you talk about this man, the expectation has been exceeded. And once again, he holds on to the UFC championship.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 45 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Hyder.
All right, so a lot of people thought the #1 contender was going to get it done tonight. Not the case, and still UFC middleweight champion of the world. And I think he wants to slow all of that roll when it comes to somebody taking his title.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy has desires to be a long-reigning champion. A champion that held onto the belt like the great Anderson Silva did before him. This guy looks to have all the tools to be a long-reigning UFC champion.
I believe that it would end, no. Everything came second to the best, oh. You're not even speaking to my friends, no. You know I'm a
fight is finally here. The UFC champion in all his glory, trying to become a simultaneous two-division champion here tonight. This is a lofty, lofty perch. Few men or women have been on it. Let's see if he can complete his mission here tonight. So as this young fighter makes the walk, you gotta think he's thinking strategically about how to get this fight to the ground to set up his guard passing abilities. Great technique, plus athlete as well, and really a guy who cuts the guard with the best of them to set up a dominant position on the ground. I think a lot of opponents are sort of freaked out by just how quickly this guy transitions between positions on the ground. No doubt his opponent has prepared. Sometimes you just can't simulate an athlete like this in training. All right, here we go. All eyes on the eraser, Paulo Costa. So much of success for this man is rooted in just an active competition cycle. It's nice to see him back. He can compete with anyone at 85.
And he's getting better. Paulo Costa still is getting better. I love watching the improvements, the advancements to his game. But for me, what's most impressive about Paulo Costa is it feels like he is maturing mentally. He's not as silly. He doesn't mess around as much. He's more determined and sure inside the octagon. He has a clear idea of what he wants to accomplish, and he gets it done. I love this last fight. Quieter stance, more karate style, using that athleticism to his advantage. Tonight, let's see if he can replicate that, and it turns into another victory.
Paulo Costa has graced the octagon. He's ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this light heavyweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Chris Harder. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the Reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Paulo the Eraser Costa.
The wait for this fight ends right here, right now.
I'm excited about this one, boy.
All right, here we go with the start of the fight. It's all in front of him now. Opportunity to be on top of the octagon with the belt over each shoulder by fight's end.
Well, Johnny said that's what he wanted, right? He said when his career started, he was
Oh,
going
that's
to
a
win it
tone
up.
setter by him there. Beautiful connection early on.
The way that he was able to walk his opponent into that shot was amazing, especially this early in the fight.
Nice strike by him there, and perhaps opened up a cut. Yeah, he's bleeding now.
Johnny, sorry to cut you off, but that was a beautiful look that stunned his opponent.
Oh, this could be over soon. Oh, he could absorb some big shots from this spot.
Yeah, Johnny, you gotta be urgent. Get to your feet right now.
Oh, come on, how tough is he? I thought
This man is landing brutal ground and pound.
Well, we told you off the top about the striking disadvantage, so it is absolutely huge to get this fight to the ground this early.
Very, very important for him to get this takedown early. Show his opponent that he will not have the ability to get comfortable in the striking, because when he tries to, he's gonna get taken down.
Costa's eye is almost swollen shut. It's actually swollen shut at this point in time.
Oh, nice. He's hurting him.
Well, he's able to get back up here, but oh, man, is he on wobbly legs. Oh, is that gonna do it? Yes, that is it! One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, here we go, folks. Fight is underway. Every fighter, I think, wants that big. Oh, my goodness, I can barely get my notes together. Connection there.
It's about the punch, but it's also about the setup. That was a beautiful setup that allowed for him to land that strike. They're going at it here. Huge shots landing on both sides.
Oh, come on, responds with a strike of his own. Back and forth we go.
He hurt him with that hook.
Oh, my goodness, he got his head snapped back again. Oh, heavy.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here we go, champ. Or should I say, double champ. You've been there and done that. That is our reality here tonight.
I mean, what a...
Man, he's still fighting back.
Both of them are landing massive shots.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh.
And they're exchanging leather early. Costa's eye looks to have been cut open from one of those offerings.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Well, nice job there a moment ago as he gets the takedown with relative ease.
Caught him sleeping, John. That was nasty.
So just what the doctor ordered here, right? You're at a striking disadvantage. Let things play out on the ground.
But this is where he's comfortable, like a lot more comfortable. You can see in the striking, he isn't as sure. But on the ground, this guy can compete with anyone in the world.
Carter gets back up now. All right, so what do you think here, champ? Just another takedown? Oh, on Beach Street now, locked in with the chest.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here he is making the return after a successful title defense his last time out. And oh, big shot by him there. Somehow his opponent stays upright.
That was beautiful, John. The way he was able to avoid and evade and allow his opponent to walk right into that one.
And a left hook.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. Big right hand there. Oh! Oh, we're getting a finish here. Wow, hurt but still firing back. Well, when you rock a guy like that, you gotta close the show. He was unable to do so. We'll see if he can continue to find the range.
For now, you gotta really be thinking like, what do I have to do to finish this guy? Stay patient. You found it once. The next time, you may be able to get him out of it.
Carter's bleeding from the mouth now. A cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun. Well, don't. Goes down again. There it is again. Another shot gets through.
This dude better keep his hands up, John.
Ready. Ready.
All right, here he is back on the proving ground after a successful title defense, but still hungry for more. Trying to level up as a champion to take his career to the next level. Stacking title defenses is the mission. Another opportunity in front of him here tonight. Oh, Paulo Costa's power, getting it going yet again. This has got to be the scariest guy in the middleweight division right now. Belt around his waist. Connection on round one.